Welcome to the third guided practice session for my beginner and intermediate students. I wanted to say first that at noon on Tuesdays, I'm holding a Zoom meeting for all of my students, whether or not they're enrolled in lessons right now, and just to warm up together. So if anyone would like to join me for that, shoot me an email and I'll make sure you get the link for that. But today, we're going to start with a little bit of warming up of our own. I have a warm-up page. It's numbered 1 through 12, which I believe all of you should have received a PDF of. If you need it, let me know. And we're all going to do that together today, which means no yellow book warm-up for the beginners this time. We're going to start with number 2. I will go ahead and go a little bit slower than normal so we can talk about fingerings. I know you guys kind of talk about positions. So number 2, F is first position, then E natural, second position, back to first position, third position, back to first, 4, back to first, 5, back to first, 6, back to first, 7. So that's going to be 2 and 4 or 1, 2, and 3, depending on what kind of instrument you have. I know a C flat's a weird note. It's the same note as B natural. And then back to first position, and then stay at first position for that low B flat. These are all whole notes. They will get 4 counts per note. And let's try it out. 1, 2, 3. Hopefully you hung in there. Let's go ahead and do number 1 as well. So this one again, B flat's open. We're going to go down to A natural, which is second valve or second position. Back to B flat, first position. A flat, third position, first position. Fourth position, first position. Fifth position, first position, first position. Okay? Just see if you can keep up. Here's number 1. 1, 2, 3. Alrighty, and then all of you have played lip slurs before, so let's go ahead and go on to number 5. This one's just quarter notes. We're going to start between F and B flat. We will go through all the valve patterns, even though I only wrote out the first 2. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to go back to number 4. So this should be our 3-note slur. B flat, F, B flat, F, B flat, that one. So here we go. 1, 2, 3. 7. If you're a super beginner and you don't think you can quite do it, you can feel free to join us and just hold out B flat instead of trying to go up to the D. You could also just tongue the high note if you think that will help you this time. But otherwise, let's just go for it. 1, 2, 3. So if you're one of my more advanced students and you want to try number 8, 9, 10, or number 11, please go for it. But we're going to skip through those right now. And we're going to go down to number 12. Now I realize a lot of my beginners haven't seen 16th notes before. So 16th notes are where there's 4 notes in one beat. So for example, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and it's not too crazy. Let's go ahead and just clap or tap the rhythm of number 12. We should have a metronome on for this. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so hopefully that went okay for you. It can be a little tricky to put the tongue with it. So if you're having a super hard time with this, feel free to leave it out or just rewind and try it again. We'll be playing the B flat scale here on this pattern. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Alright, so if you want a challenge, let's do the same thing on a different scale. Let's do the D scale. D as in dog. Not D flat, by the way, D. 1, 2, 3. Alright, thanks for warming up for me. Again, if you're a beginner, this warm-up will be challenging for you right now, but keep practicing it. If you do it every day or even just a little portion of it every day, it will get easier. You guys have kind of gotten a free pass on practicing scales so far, but here we are, we're going to do some scales. So we're going to start with the A flat major scale. We're going to play it all in whole notes, so nothing too wild. 4 counts per note on the A flat major scale. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. 10 clicks, it's time for half notes. So 1, 2, 3. If you've made any mistakes so far, make sure you pause the video and try it again. Get it mistake-free before you move to the next level. Alrighty, this time we've got a half note at the bottom, a half note at the top, and the rest are quarter notes. 1, 2, 3. Very good. All right, let's have some fun with this. And we're gonna do twice as fast as we just did. So the bottom note's a quarter note, the top note's a quarter note, and everything else is an eighth note. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, and... Alright, if you nailed that, you might try to practice it a little bit faster, or you could just give it a shot. How fast can you play it, but still cleanly? So just experiment a little bit, get really comfortable with the A flat scale, and hopefully next week we'll be working on a different scale. Today's rhythmic focus is dotted quarter notes. I think I've talked with most of you about these. They get about 1.5 beats. Well, they don't get about 1.5 beats, they get 1.5 beats. So I displayed the rhythm we're gonna play, clap rather, at the bottom of your screen. I'll go ahead and turn on my metronome and let's just give it a go. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, and 1, and 1, 2, 1, and 1, 1, and 1. Okay, so hopefully that's not too bad. You can see in measure 3 that there's a quarter note tied to an eighth note, and that also is present in the very last measure. That's the same length, the same value as a dotted quarter note. So in your head you might be thinking 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and, all right? So you want to be subdividing as we go. Here we go. 1, 2, 1 and 2 and 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 1 and 2. All right, here we go again without me shouting numbers. 1, 2, ready. All right. Hopefully that went okay for you. The duet we're going to play today is going to be Home on the Range. Hopefully it's something that all of you are familiar with. This is in 3, and it has a pickup note. So when I count us off, it wouldn't make much sense for me to say 1, 2, 3, 4, here's beat 3. That doesn't make sense. So it'll be more like 3, 1, breathe. Bum, bum. Okay? Just a little heads up on that. But before we get going, let's just go ahead and clap the rhythm of some of this. We're just going to do the first 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 measures. So remember, we're going to start on beat 3. Here we go. So 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and 1, and 3, 1, 3, and 1, and 3, 1, and 3, 1. You can hold that up, note out forever. Let's try it again. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 2, 3, 1, So this rhythm shouldn't be totally new to you, so hopefully you've got it. Let's go ahead and just play that all in one note. Today I'm going to do low B flat because that's my vibe today. You guys can pick whatever note you want. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 1. All right, let's go ahead and try it with the notes. 1, 2, 3, 1. All right, how'd that go? Let's do it again. 1, 2, 3, 1. All right, let's go ahead and just take a look at the second line here with a pickup. It looks very similar. There's only a few differences. So let's just go for it. Here we go. So 1, 2, 3, 1. Again, 1, 2, 3, 1. All right, so hopefully this sounds a little bit familiar to you and that can help you with the rhythms a little bit. Let's play the whole thing together once. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 1. If this isn't going well for you, this is a good chance to pause the video, maybe rewind it and try it again. Otherwise, it's time to play it as a duet. Before we take off with that though, let's take a second to look. Do we have different rhythms, similar rhythms, or exactly the same rhythm? Looking through this, it appears we have exactly the same rhythm all the time. We shouldn't have the same notes all the time because otherwise it wouldn't be a duet. But am I typically going to be higher or lower? Do we kind of switch back and forth? Yeah, it looks like we might kind of switch back and forth on this one a little bit. So let's go ahead and give it a go. I'll play the bottom line. You are on the top line. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 1. just plain rewind and try it again. Otherwise, great job! Let's go ahead and move on to some Star Wars. Last week we worked on the middle section of Star Wars. It sounds something like this. Do you see where I started? Let's go ahead and start there together. Here we go. 1, 2. Alright, so that should be pretty good because you had all week to work on it. Let's go ahead and do it once, a little slow, that same section. We'll just go a little bit slower, give you a chance to brush off any cobwebs. Here we go. 1, 2. Alright, hopefully you're in shape now. We're going to go back to the very beginning and play up until that point. So we're going to kind of start putting stuff together. Here we go. 1, 2. Okay, so what do you notice about what comes next? It's a recap. It's exactly the same as the beginning. So I'm always pushing you guys to find where things repeat or where the same thing happens again so that you don't have to waste time practicing it twice. So the good news is we already learned most of this except for the last 2 beats. So let's go ahead and start right there where we just left off and play to the end. 1, 2. So let's try those last 2 beats again, since that's the only part that's different. Here we go. So 1, 2. Not bad. One more time. Ready? All right, so hopefully that wasn't too bad for you. Let's do a full run through. Our goal is next week we'll be able to just run through it and we'll be done with it. We'll move on to our next little etude or study. Let's go ahead and put on our friend the metronome for this one. Keep us honest. All right, so this metronome right now is at 65 beats per minute. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Oh, sorry, I counted us off wrong. 1, 2. All right, so next week we've got a full run through of that. And it'll be a little bit faster than that 65. It would also be great if you could start looking at these dynamics now that we've learned all the notes and rhythms. Mostly just when the theme comes back, it's louder. Yeah, well, thank you so much for practicing with me. As always, feel free to shoot me an email with any questions, comments, concerns, and hopefully I'll see you guys at some of the live Zoom warm-ups I'm going to start doing at noon on Tuesdays.